Listen up. You want to live your dream? Then you better not let anyone down and not commit a crime. Or else you'll be sent to jail.
Principal Moonlight may have a sweet personality, but she doesn't take crap from anyone.
It's not about you. It's about getting an education. You'll have a good time.
Jessica destroys you.
Don't you say that to Brianna.
Jessica just wants to show off her guitar skills to Brianna's face.
Stephanie's really just jealous of me because of my guitar skills, and she's jealous that Brianna has such an amazing singing voice.
I think they were both crazy. Now get to class. And I don't want any more fighting.
Damn. These women are so hot and cute that I want to make out and bang with.
Busted. You're coming with me.
Damn it.
Now, where were we?
You pussy-grabbing son of a bitch.
Alright girls, you all did a great job. Now we can rest our voices for the remainder of the dance.
Sounds great.
Leslie, may I see you for a moment?
What's up?
You're not like yourself lately. What's up?
Well, because of those dark times that happened in my life, I'm still trying to find something to cope. Even though I already took therapy sessions, I still feel like it's not enough.
Leslie, you know we have our grandfather who's a Buddhist and a veteran with PTSD, right?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I guess I could make a phone call with him for a session. Oh wait. I don't want to. He's 72 who smells like cheese.
Ha 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 ha.
It's been 4 months since Leslie's not herself. And so, I would want to teach her meditation. And then one day we'll have a double date at Terrace Hamboygoys. I know we first met. But I have a solution that you can cope with your rough times and emotions.
What's that?
Well, speaking of Buddhist, you mentioned about your grandfather, but you didn't want to see him. Maybe I can teach you how to do meditating at the temple in the city.
Even though my grandfather has PTSD, and smells. But since Rose was going through shit as well, I guess I could fill in.
Alright Leslie, now that you don't want to see your smelly grandfather, I'm taking you to this temple where it is nice and quiet with relaxing music in the background.
Cool, I like that.
I met this guy named Mike Ranford, who has PTSD from his experiences in Afghanistan. And so he was discharged from the army and returned home in a mentally bad place.
Gotcha.
And I met his girlfriend Jackie Sharp. They met each other and attended at the Buddhist temple in Tyndale Valley.
That's nice. How did Jackie get into being a Buddhist?
She learned it from her grandfather to practice meditating to cope with her depression, and she had bullying issues ever since she was a teenager.
I guess Jackie and I have something in common, even though I should have thought about it earlier before getting sent to Turnabout Ranch.
I mean, that's fine if you haven't yet. But let's try this room right here.
And how did Mike handle his PTSD?
He has found his inner peace. And you will find one too. Let's get started.
Throughout the weeks of meditating sessions, I have finally found an inner peace. And now I am capable to control my anger, despite having autism spectrum. Rose asked me if we can have a double date. I said yes. She even asked me to do a duet for the spring choral concert. I said sure. Why not?
Hey Leslie. Jackson and I made a reservation at Terrace Hamboygoys for tonight at 7. I invited Holly and Caitlin along with us as a triple date.
I'm glad you're doing okay, Leslie.
That's cool, Rose. And thanks, Jackson.
So Leslie, what do you have to say about hanging out with Rose?
Well, I love hanging out with good people because
Are you crying? I'm not gonna yell at her. Those are not bready, miserable tears. She's getting choked up about telling you something.
Leslie, did you want her to see you?
I do. Thanks for helping me out, Rose.
You're welcome.
I think Rose understands how much Leslie appreciates what she has done for my sister.
You know what? You're not taking this moment from me like, Leslie hangs out and sings with us more than you, Rose. So go pray.
Well, does someone look cute tonight?
Oh, you're just saying that. I look kinda girly to me.
I wouldn't say it if it weren't true. You look beautiful either way. I came up to tell you Jonesy is here.
Alright, thanks, Mom.
This is the most delightful double bacon cheeseburgers in the history of mankind.
I know. I'm already full and I hadn't even made a dent.
So Rose, let me just say, Leslie, that I'm happy you're doing better. But I don't think—
Aren't you happier that Leslie has the muscle to snap a bone when she needs to?
Well, I couldn't say happier because they're still bad girls after what she did to Heather.
Well, don't you think it's very amusing that Leslie dunked Stephanie in toilet after giving Jessica one last year?
Really?
I did. And boy, I felt so alive when I did that.
Following my girl's footsteps.
Well, the burgers can't even eat themselves.
Hey guys.
Good evening, Jess. What's up?
New face, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Finally getting better and making new friends?
I just want to let you know that I'm really enjoying this. And I'm going to take every opportunity that comes my way, and that's why I took meditating sessions with Rose and at home.
You have the desire, you have the potential, you want to do it. You want to be the best, you want this. But I'll be honest, Stephanie is trying so hard to come up with a few girls that can beat us. What about this old member of your band? I think you remember Dani Hallenbeck, right? She quit the band after Stephanie was giving everyone panic attacks during this so-called lockdown. And so after she quit, she brings in Mary and Carmen. But when Mary has reformed and Carmen doesn't fit in, Stephanie gets rid of those girls and she brings in the new girls. Maybe the harmonies are unique. But what kind of a member is that? I'm so sick of Stephanie's tricks. I want to make sure that us Bratitude and the other bands stick together this year, and we hand those witch bitches a loss. Well, no offense to this Leslie girl. So we're sticking together because you know, once we get to May, Stephanie, they're going to come after us. Or you.
Now why are you saying this? Have you guys not stuck together in the past?
Yes.
No, we have.
I feel like I'm getting ready to go to battle.
What did you call yourself? The boy who fights in hockey?
The goon.
Oh, that's right. Haha.
Rose happens to be one too.
Hey Brianna, what's up?
What are you doing here with these people?
You know, I'm trying to be matured.
Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through this?
'Cause I want to do well for Rose and my mom.
Doesn't matter. What are they gonna get out of this? Look, when I had a talk with Stephanie, she and Loaded Fox got to me. You have no idea what she's going to do. She's not gonna let you harmonize with them. And I don't like them, and I don't think you will either. You know? Who are you gonna have on your side? You're gonna be all by yourself. You're gonna just have to defend yourself constantly, your family constantly, and your friends constantly.
I couldn't tolerate with the girls before. I'm not gonna tolerate them now.
Then why are you with them?
Because I don't know if I fit in with other groups.
And I know you girls are not going to work after all. It's not going to work. When I saw Leslie hanging out with these people, I thought it was fair that I would just warn Leslie that Loaded Fox will just chew her up and spit her out of the group. These girls are singing whores. It's not like Leslie doesn't know those people. Stephanie's a slut. Cree's a sneak, and Miranda's a slut. Do you ever see their boyfriends around? I talk about their men like they don't even exist. Or they don't want them to exist.
Well, they probably don't want them to exist.
Stephanie talks sexually about men, and it's like... it's pigs.
I can't believe the words that are coming out of Brianna's mouth.
Stephanie might want to lose her friendships, her morals, her relationships. You have no idea how it happened, do you?
What, cheating on Lex?
Yay. Let me tell you. You ready for this one? It's a day before a Christmas choir concert. I was just looking for a dress at a mall. And all of a sudden, Stephanie walks over to me and looks at me and says, I want you to meet somebody. And so, we walk to the food court and there's this boy standing there. And she says, this is a man I'm in love with.
Brianna's acting like a total, immature, tattletale. They're like, second-grade bullies. Because I barely believe she's sweet. But in high school, you know they have this fake relationship, in front of each other, and behind each other's backs, they're talking about one another.
Find another musical group for you to sing with.
I don't even fit in, Brianna. It's not like you think I'm seeking sympathy for myself.
You're getting thrown to the walls, woman. They were gonna chew you up and spit you out. Just be prepared.
I'd be more than happy to watch out for Stephanie's antics. As long as you keep your mouth from running.
Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Pinch. You're not wearing green.
So after finding her inner peace to control her emotions for weeks, we hung out at Terrace Hamboygoys to start off as a new Leslie.
Wow. That's really cool.
I just hope she doesn't steal someone's clothes, unless if it's for a reason.
That's right. Besides, Brianna thinks Stephanie would kick Leslie out of the group. And Leslie feels concerned about not fitting in any of us if she were to get kicked out.
I wasn't trying to kick her out. I'm sure she'll fit in with any people, and I'm sure they'll want to be her friends. Brianna's just a tattletale is all.
Oh, and you know what? Speaking of that, she reaches out to Stephanie and says her band Calico Souls is better than everyone.
Yeah. Maybe you just want to read this.
Oh yay. I messaged her that.
She says, "Hey Stephanie, I couldn't be more happy to beat out of the crap and out having Calico Souls showing their true singing talent. First of all, they call talent. And on top of that, I know where a girl's talent lies. And it's above and beyond all those bands' talent." That's all she says.
You think she's nice? She's not.
Well, that's all we have for you.
Brianna's talking about us in a very negative way. I don't get her. Who does that?
We know about the education, we know when we had Calico Souls, we know all that, Brianna. So, grow up.
Brianna, you better be careful with what you say.
I stand by what I say.
Brianna, you said your band is better than all of us and this is crap. You wrote it, and you put it out there for the whole school to see. So it lets you know what you think of us, and more importantly, what you think of Principal Moonlight.
And if you were in our shoes, what would you think? Honestly, do you think that we're buffoons here?
I don't jump into situations like that because
I'm not jumping into anything, I'm just reading something. And my comprehension skills are pretty darn good.
Brianna is a compulsive liar. She knows what exactly she said. And she is trying to manipulate it so we would all think it's no big deal when really, it's a huge deal.
I'm pretty nervous about going to Vice Principal Elvis's office, because of a few things that I don't want to get caught for.
Zackrie. Now, who do you think this might be from? Have any ideas?
No.
You haven't done anything wrong in any of your classes?
No way.
You haven't done anything?
No, sir.
Third period math, you got a perfect 100% on your test.
Yes, I did.
How did you get the answers?
I just wrote them with a pencil.
What did you look at to get them?
I didn't look at anything.
I knew he was lying. I knew there was so much more to this story. So you're telling me, you did not cheat?
Well, who else would get a 100% next to me?
I don't know.
I bet no one did. There's no one around me that's smart.
I'm not buying that. I'm gonna call Miss Evans and have her come down so we can work this out.
When he called Miss Evans down, I pretty much know I was screwed. I didn't know what else to do. I was just screwed.
Zackrie is adamant about the fact that he did not cheat. Those answers just came to him through natural phenomenon?
Maybe.
Don't be shy now because Miss Evans is here, Zackrie.
Yes, that's what I said.
You got 100% of the answers right, but for the wrong test.
Okay.
She gives out 2 forms of the test so that you all can't cheat off each other. You want to explain that?
That did not happen?
That's very interesting, but obviously if you have all the right answers to the wrong form of the test, you must have cheated or gotten the right answers somehow from someone.
Was there anyone around me that had 100?
Absolutely. Kylie sitting directly next to him had a 100.
Coincidence?
So you really want us to believe just coincidentally, that you had all the right answers to the wrong test?
I'm not wanting you to believe, I just want you to know.
Drop that attitude, wise guy. How did you get the answers to the other test?
Well, hypothetically, What would be the consequence if I were to cheat?
It's a 0 on a test.
Well, I happened to glance over and look at this girl's answers. But she did not give me the answers, and she did not support my wrongdoings.
Which were?
Cheating.
This time, it's a 0. If it happens again, it will be an F for the course.
Yes, sir.
Okay, back to class, Zackrie.
Miss Evans is pretty sneaky that there's 2 versions of the test. Next time, I just got to make sure I'm cheating on the right test.
I'm about to meet with Brianna in her sophomore year. She wrote a hate post online about the band groups. And she's coming in along with her mother, Dr. Colette Mueller, the therapist. I have you here today because of the referral I received from the choir teacher. And according to the choir teacher, she writes, Brianna wrote a hate post on Facebook, saying that her vocal group Calico Souls is better than all groups of the school. When I had a talk with her, she argues and all of a sudden, she called me a bitch in Spanish.
Mrs. Ballard was just saying I did, but I didn't because nobody heard it.
So Brianna, tell me what happened.
I wrote a post online and put it out there because I feel like Stephanie was gonna push Leslie to the curb, and when Mrs. Ballard confronted me about it, I got all mad cause I don't even want to talk about it, so out of anger, I called her a name.
But what is the word bitch? What is that in Spanish?
Puta.
Huh. I see. Anytime you say anything negative to a teacher like curse or a name, is considered verbal abuse. And the policy is 2 days of out-of-school suspension.
The things you read now, I think that's not like her.
Dr. Mueller was very apprehensive, so I decided that the teacher needed to be here. So I sent in Mrs. Ballard. Dr. Mueller came in because of the incident in the hallway, and in choir class with Brianna. And you wrote, Brianna wrote a hate post on Facebook, saying that her vocal group Calico Souls is better than all groups of school. When I had a talk with her, she argues and all of a sudden, she called me a bitch in Spanish. Did you hear the Spanish word?
Yes, I did.
What word did you hear?
Puta.
That word is like really, really big, but she don't say that word. Maybe you hear that or something else.
And I might have questioned whether or not I heard it. Had she not taken ownership to sending that hate post? Her first response was, I don't want to talk about it. This isn't your concern. And then she had the audacity of saying that word in Spanish. In fact, her frustration was taken out on me, and it was very offensive to me.
This is a classic, he said she said. And the bottom line is, what she said was inappropriate.
And the thing that really upsets me is that her response to me was, oh well, it doesn't matter, I'll just have my parents come in and get me out of it.
Brianna is not getting out of this one. I'm a little bothered by you would just get your mom to come in. So Dr. Mueller, what do you think about it? What do you have to say to your daughter?
Now when I hear that, what can I say? Please don't do it again. Because it's not good for you. It's not good for your health, sweetheart.
Yay. You crossed the line. You will have 2 days out of school suspension for hate mail and verbal abuse.
Before you come back, you want to delete the post and write an apology mail to those kids you sent.
That's right. I think we're all set. I do appreciate you coming in, Mrs. Ballard and Dr. Mueller.
I apologize.
It's all right.
I'll try to stay out of trouble because sometimes I can't control my anger. I may have anger problems, but not as bad as Leslie does. Even though she's mature now, and that's a good thing.
Moonlight Productions.